Nice. So we are live, and we are continuing. We're gonna continue building the chatbot. In this part, we are going to concentrate on the backend side, the Socket.io server, and obviously OpenAI. So yeah, let's basically start setting up our server. Yes, cool. So what we want to do is now to create a new project. You can't see the window, but I'm opening a new project here. Opened up a new project, setting up the server now. And that's I guess, NodeJS TypeScript server. So NodeJS TypeScript. Setup. Let's see what dependencies we need. I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, there is a TypeScript starter. I think, okay, that's how the directory is called. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna implement this with PNPM as a package manager. So first of all, we want to create package.json file. We're going to have a source directory. We're going to have this start, the index file here inside of the source directory. And we are going to install TypeScript as a development directory, as a dev dependency, not directory, dependency. Sorry. Cool. Open up index. Now we're gonna also install the node types. Type node. I'm gonna use version 18 because I have locally version 16, but I'm gonna switch to 18 right now using, first of all, because I'm using Fish as a shell terminal, and it's a bit weird working with it. So I'm gonna switch the Node.js version to 18 now. So now I'm using 18. We can also have as an engine version node. In engines we can set as a requirement 18.15.0. Cool. So now we have start, which is node, out. It will be in the out directory because that's the directory where the TypeScript gets compiled into. So JavaScript, yeah, basically we are translating the TypeScript into JavaScript in this folder, and we need TypeScript config file for that. And I'm going to use, there is a nice dependency, sorry, not dependency, but package, which is called tsconfig node. So for my particular use case, I'm using 18, Node.js version 18. So I'm going to download this package here. If you use, for example, 16, then you can simply type 16 here and you can download this specific package. I'm going to download this using PNPM add tsconfig as a development dependency again. And here you can basically see how you can configure your tsconfig file using this package. So let's touch tsconfig.json, and here we're gonna pass basically this configuration here. And what's important is this, so that you basically extend all the necessary configuration that this package already has in order to work with NodeJS version 18. So that's cool. Yeah, library we're using ES 2023, so the current version, the latest version. Module Node 16. Target is ES 2022. Strict, blah blah blah, basic configuration that we need for our Node.js environment. So now we need also a build script to basically build the. Did I actually install TypeScript? Yes, I did. So TypeScript, yeah, TypeScript. It's gonna find the source folder, or we're gonna tell in this configuration file where it should look for the files to compile. So it should look into the source folder, and it's gonna exclude the node modules directory, which we don't want to compile because those are the dependencies. So ignore this folder, translate this files inside of the source folder into the, and now we're gonna define out directory, which is out. Nice. So if I execute pnpm and then build, you're gonna see it builds and it finished building, and as you can see we have an out directory here, and here you have the compiled code from TypeScript to JavaScript, and yeah, that's basically our project setup. Yeah, if we, for example, write a TypeScript code here and then build, you can see, boom, something, and then you can start or execute this folder here and get the result, the appropriate result here, something. All right. So do we need something? Maybe we can set up not development server as well, but for this story I think it's not needed, or maybe it is needed. Let's see. I think I'm talking way too much. I think I'll just develop. Not WebSocket, but Socket.io. So for that, I'm gonna add the second web store, my IDE, second IDE window, in order to display, present, not this one, WebStorm server, WebStorm. Yep. Yep. Now you can see the. Okay. So automatic switcher doesn't work. That's bad. How can I differentiate between two? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to capture display. So you're going to see my whole. Even the suggestions as well, I think. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, now it's better, I think. That's cool. Now you can see both server and client. Okay, now we can work. Nice. All right. Okay. That's the client. It's server side. It's homepage. Here we want to connect to the server. Okay. Which is on AWS, localhost, I think 3000. Alright, so let's see the documentation. Are we going to connect to the client? Client. Cool. That's the client. I think we need to install this on the client side. So let us install this here. And then basically, I don't even know why. Okay. Okay. And you can use DNS. Or what we did here. Import this, and then you basically say IO on localhost, try to connect to the localhost, and then I think it's not async what it is. No, it's not. Is it running? No, it's not. npm run dev. Let's see if it connected. Apparently not. Because of the access control origin. Nice one. Socket.io, access control. I think there is this config origin. So when you if you go to server and go to options here, you can basically origin, no, course, sorry, and then course you say origin and you say everything. So you're allowing every client with does not matter which IP address, with every IP address you're allowing to connect to your server, which is fine for now because we are testing and we are developing. I should restart, and now let's try again. Yes, as you can see, we are connected to the server, and if I go back to the server, you can see it logged out our socket connection object, right? Which is pretty cool. You can see handshake, you can see the headers, host, that's what we are as a server, and you see different types of headers here. The origin is the front end, the client is running on 3001, sorry, which is nice. So yeah, it works pretty nice, pretty nice. So okay, what we can do now is yeah, basically send messages. Which means connecting. And we also want to okay, you have different rooms, emitting events, that's what we need. Okay. Client side, we're going to listen to the socket. To arc, I don't know what that, arc can be anything. We're listening to message, let's say, and from here we are also listening to message. Here we want to have a socket object as a state. What is the type of the socket? I think socket, right? Nice. From net, no, from socket or client, or it can be, or it is null, which initially is null indeed. And here we set socket. If socket exists, I mean it always exists, unless, yeah, this does not make sense. It always exists actually. And let's then listen to the changes, and here say if socket exists, then listen to chats. Why are you Any. Listening to messages right now. That's cool. What we want to do is now import from here. Cool. What we want to do is now basically whenever somebody connects to our server, we want to send a welcome message, right? So now the question is how we do it. And this emit function on the socket object should basically do the job. Welcome to our server. Let's say welcome to, or let's say, since we are building a chatbot friend, we're going to say you are connected. You have been successfully connected with your AI chatbot friend, right? Let me see what we get here. Oh, I was basically writing the code in the JavaScript file, in the compiled JavaScript file, which I did not intend to do. Okay, so the socket is emitting on the message events whenever the user connects with and sends this message as an argument. So this should be a string, and then we can basically log that out. It does not log out. That's bad, because I didn't rerun the server, of course. You have been successfully connected with your AI chatbot friend, right? Which is cool. It does the job. Let me delete the chat bubbles, and now we need to think about how we're going to structure the app. So we basically are going to receive different messages from the server. That can be the chatbot can send you the message, the chatbot itself, when it replies to your messages, or the server. And we want the server basically and the chat, your friend that texts you, the chat AI, have to have different. We want to differentiate between those two messages from the server. So if I only send the string over to the client doesn't really know who basically the message have sent. So what we want to do is we want to have types. We want to create. Let's create interface. Actually, it doesn't matter, but I will create interface because I like to work with interface more. Which is called outgoing message, right? So it has a type, which can be server, or it can be your friend. It has also like a message property, right? And yep, here we can create a message, outgoing message, which is called, which message contains this, and that's a server, message. That's pretty cool now. Let's see if that works. Yeah, the shitty thing about this kind of architecture that we built right now is that we can't share types between server and client. There are several options to do so. One is to build a npm package that shares types between servers or between multiple repositories, or we can also create a separate repository where the shared code is held, and this code would be used across your repo, your client and server repo, basically. But because I don't want to waste your time, and I also don't want to do too much intense work here, I just basically copy paste it here on the client side as well, and use it here as a type argument. That's actually not outgoing message, but incoming message. Incoming message. Exactly. So we can right away check. Okay, let's say that's a message. Right. We want a state where we somewhere store all the messages as well. And obviously we can have another interface which is called chat bubble data or something, and it has a message and the author, right? Why did I type it as an empty string? They're both strings. Exactly. So let me say or message. Boom. That's an empty list or empty list of. By default, it's empty list, but it will contain the messages interface here in this object. That's cool. Let me see here. We want to first let's log out whenever the state changes, and let us update the messages state whenever old messages whenever message and author, if that's server, then we say author is. We actually don't need author for the server. We just kind of actually message the author is optional. We only can have message, either message or it can have the same. I mean, I can also use this as a type, but yeah, let's use this as a type. We basically can do this. Nice. Connection refused because it's not running. Server is not running, of course. Listen. Now it's cool, and now we have the first message. We have been successfully connected with your AI chatbot friend, blah blah. Also forgot to, that's why I wanted to have message. And it extends coming message. And also takes as an additional property UID, because every message has to have UID, which is essential. For generating UIDs, we want to install this package. Nice, so the message becomes now, no, that was true, incoming message, not UID. I think there is this function which is called UUID. Oh no. Of course. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just confused PNPM with NPM. Okay, now it should work. Version 4 actually. I need this one. Now we're cool. Now we're cool. Now as you can see, we have every message has a message type and the UUID. I just confused the two package managers here. So I have PNPM log and package.log, package log as well. Ignore this. It just focus more on code and on the logic, because this shouldn't happen normally in big projects. But yeah, now we want to display. We want to map over messages list and basically return chat bubbles. How do I know it's me or not? That's also a good question. First add the key, which is the UID, and we also want to add a message. Sorry, oh no. Chat bubble props is here. We want to add the message property in chat bubble props. Cool. Now we have a message here as well. We can replace this message. Message. Because we are not passing it. Yeah. Of course. Cool. But this message is from the server, and I basically, it shouldn't be a chat bubble, but it's just normal, like a normal text in the middle that says, so basically display server messages. Let's check if the message is server, and if this is server, then text. Is there a green color? Yeah, there is. Green text. Boom. You have been successfully connected to your AI chatbot. So this is how we display server messages, basically. Let me see. Okay, it has some key issues here. Okay, no, we don't anymore. Cool. Okay. Let's display this in the middle. Okay, it's not doing the job. I accidentally closed the window. Tab. Let me see. That's cool. That's cool. Let me delete this. I don't like this. Yeah, you can just say text center. Oh. And then, yeah. Nice. Those are the server messages that we get. It can have vertical padding too, which is cool. And now, when I basically send a text message here, we should say socket emit message, and now we are having outgoing message, which has a type. I mean, it's always client, right? So yeah, we don't need the type. We need just the message, I think. Maybe when. Yeah, yeah. You can also add like sent date or something, or like something else. I don't know. You can add whatever you want, but I just leave it to like message property only. So we have message, outgoing message, which has a message. And the outgoing message is of course the input, the current value that the user typed inside of the input. Boom. We can also check like if the value is like the length of it is null or something, a 0, not null. But yeah, that's up to you how you want to validate message and all of that. And here we want to basically send the message. So now we have outgoing message. Server side, it will be incoming, of course. If I could spell, of course, incoming. That's cool. And now we are listening. We're listening to the event name. Sorry, I forgot the event name, which is message. Accidentally closed it. Sorry. Now, which is also a message, and we want to boom. Well, what's the message? That's the message that is when the connect hits. Here, the message is outgoing. Should be the friend who is replying, right? Exactly. Should be the friend who is replying. And here, you want to also, using OpenAI, generate an answer for the client. Right? For now, we just say hello for the sake of demonstration of the server. Let's rerun it and refresh here, and let's send the message. Oh. What's wrong? Oh, maybe it's not connected. No, wait a minute. No, that is correct. Where do I console log? I don't need this anymore. I just want to know if this works. Oh. Outgoing. And here we have received the message. Right? I have to reload the server again. Boom. Working. If I send something, no, it's not. It's not working. It's not sending because I think the client is. Oh, if it's not 0, the check was wrong. If it's not 0, it should basically, yeah, don't execute this code. But if it's not 0 exactly, should execute this code. If it's empty, if the value is empty, then it shouldn't send any message. Okay, that was my fault. Sorry, it was a check error. All right, let me try this again. Hello. I received. Okay, that's the hello from the server actually. When we send the message, I forgot to update the state, update the message state. So that's how we also want to update the state, which is the value is here. Oh, sorry. Message. And type is, that's the thing, right? Type is actually not the friend. Okay, so I came to the conclusion that we should have as a message, we basically have message and we have author, which is a UID actually, because then with this UID we can differentiate which one is our message and which one is our friend's message or our chatbot message. So now we can say author is type That's the message that we get. Actually, we need some sort of authentication system, right? Okay, I need some sort of authentication here, because otherwise I don't know which message is mine and which is his. I'm gonna do a short break and I'll come back.